Can you understand why the people on the Shankill Road feel angry, let down and frustrated as they do?
I think for the very reason that I mentioned to you a moment or two ago, they're suspicious of the new institutions, and these institutions need time to percolate. But I just don't believe that a feeling of opposition to these institutions of government is general or even is a majority feeling on the Shankill Road or in any other part of Northern Ireland.
It's certainly the impression that we get from the time that we spent on the Shankill.
Well, perhaps you need to spend a little longer here. I don't believe that, quite frankly, any visiting commentator ever has the opportunity to get to the bottom of any political situation in Northern Ireland, or indeed anywhere else, because the local population are never prepared to throw open their minds entirely to visitors. You know, you may walk up and down the Shankill without a television camera, but they know jolly well you're there for a television company or for the press or something, and they're on their guard.
Why should they tell us things that they don't believe in?
I don't know, except that I think they feel that the things they believe in are pretty deep, to some extent personal, and they're not ready to discuss them in public.
I think the attitude at the Shankill, as I see it, is best summed up in the words of one man who accused you of betraying the people of the Shankill and used the word, "Mr. Faulkner has thrown the sash away."
I don't know, of course, what political party that man represents. But if there was any support for that kind of action, then Mr. Paisley could have got what he wanted this week. He could have got the men from the shipyards. He could have got the men from the Shankill Road to come out on the streets and demonstrate yesterday. He couldn't get them out. He called them out. He said, blood, sweat and tears, come out. They didn't come out, so he had to resort to his fascist tactics in the chamber. I can understand the man that spoke to you saying that. He says I've thrown my sash away because he sees me sitting down with men that have been political opponents for all my life. It'll take a little bit of time for him to get accustomed to that. But when next you see him, tell him I still have my sash, I still wear it, and I'm still proud to be an Orangeman. I think there are few people who are deeply opposed to what we are trying to do in this new system of government in Northern Ireland. But I recognize that there are many people who are suspicious of what's being done. Because remember, in Northern Ireland, quite distinct from England, Scotland or Wales, new political institutions are in operation, and quite dramatic changes have taken place in a very short period of time. It takes time for the public to become accustomed to these things, and I think a great number of people are suspicious that what's being done is in some way weakening their heritage. And Ulster people, because they've always lived in an island which is divided as between a republic and part of the United Kingdom, are worried about that. We have to provide them with the reassurance that their constitutional position has not been weakened in any way, and it hasn't. When they have that assurance, then I think that as to 90%, they will come along in support of our policies.